Hi girls, I'm Susie.
And I'm Sherry.
Grab a coffee or your favorite cup of tea.
Pull up a seat and take a deep breath.
We are dropping the pretenses.
And we're letting go of the need for perfection.
Come join the conversation. This is the Pink Seat. Hi guys, welcome to the Pink Seat.
Welcome back. We hope you're having a good week.
Guess what? I'm wearing a turtleneck today, and when I put it on, I thought of you.
Why? Because I love turtlenecks?
Yes.
I do.
And
they
you make them look
warm.
so cute.
And you know what's funny? I almost put one on my way to come
See?
film. And then I didn't because this is so vain of me. But I have the tiniest little tan.
Yeah, gotta show it.
It's just a little one.
I
and
noticed.
I was like, oh, I've got a little color on my chest, and I'm not going to wear a turtleneck, and I'm not going to cover it up.
I noticed your tan.
Did you notice that?
You're glowing.
Well, okay. Part of it is I do like to do fake tanner.
Well, you do
I'll
like
be
the drops,
very-
glow
yeah.
drops.
Yes, they're awesome. You mix it with a little bit of your moisturizer, and you're good to go. It just makes you feel like you're not so pale and pasty all winter long.
Or you can embrace pale and pasty, which is my situation right now. So, because I'm
know.
afraid if I do too many bronzer drops, my pale and pasty winter foundation won't look
match.
right.
Yeah,
Won't
I know.
match.
That happened to me the other day. I put my foundation on, and my face was like white, and then it didn't match the rest of my body, and I was like, "What the heck?"
Do you ever mix?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like I have to be like I'm 60% winter and
Yes.
40% summer.
So I will do like my foundation on. Someone taught me to put it on the back of your hand or like
Okay.
the top part of your hand, and it looks like my hand will look like a what am I trying to say? Like a palette, like a painting palette, because I have like a squirt of this kind and this kind and this kind, and then I kind of mix it all together to get the right shade.
I love it.
So yeah.
I went to Starbucks at like noon today, and they had a
Love
promotion
Starbucks.
that you got a free, if you bought a drink, you got a free tall
Oh.
something. So I got an iced coffee, and this iced coffee is now 6 hours old.
And you're still drinking
I'm
it.
still drinking it. It's watered down.
okay.
I added more ice to it
Is
to
it
make
still
it
good?
cold. No, but I'm just drinking it anyway. How was your day?
Well, my day was interesting, Susie. So, well, obviously I worked all day.
Yeah.
Got into my car. Girls, remember what I told you? I just got a new vehicle.
Yes.
Finally got rid of the minivan and to get a new vehicle. Well, I looked at the back seat today, and I didn't realize that my son had left a 6-pack of cream soda in the back seat on my leather seats. And for those of you who live around here, you know it's been freezing cold, below 0 temperatures. Well, all of these bottles of cream soda burst open. The tops like flew off. There is
is it plastic?
no,
plastic?
they're glass bottles, but like all of the tops like flew off. Like I was finding them all over the car. Yes, there is frozen sticky soda on my leather seats, in the cracks, in like the buckles where you buckle the seatbelt. It's like
Sherry.
inside. I am
Send help.
Send help. You know when you don't know if you should like laugh or cry or
Yes.
scream or do all of them, and like what order should I do them in first? Like I just was staring at this freezing cold mess.
I'm so happy for your son that he's on a ski trip today
I
because
know.
he
really lucked out. I did send him pictures though.
That was you did.
Yes.
You texted him.
And I guess like the teenagers will say like I'm cooked. I think that's like the new slang. So I just sent him a picture of the mess, and I said, "You're cooked."
That's hilarious. I love
He has
it.
not responded yet, but at like 10 o'clock at
love
night
it.
when he gets home,
You're
I
cooked?
just may make him go out there and start scrubbing. Why
How's
should
he
I
gonna
have to
get
do
that
it?
off?
I don't know how anyone's gonna get that out.
Maybe like a warm bottle of soapy water to
Ugh.
spray it on, because you have to thaw the frozen.
I know.
Is it sudsy? Like, did it bubble up,
It's,
or is it just sticky?
It's just sticky. It's just frozen. Everything's just frozen and sticky.
I went through the car wash yesterday, and
that's such a good
within
feeling.
10 seconds, the water was frozen on the side of my car, which I was parking. I was going home to put it in the garage, so it was
Yeah.
okay, but I couldn't believe how quickly it froze.
Aren't you just over the salt? Like, I would wash my car every day if I could because it bothers me. But my husband is always like, you really shouldn't, because that will happen. Like, that water will freeze in everything in your car. So
I know.
you won't even be able to open your doors.
And the line for the car wash is usually back to the road. If it's
so
sunny,
annoying.
the line for the
Yeah.
You know what I want to talk about is the mailbox situation, because my post office delivery person, God love their soul, crams as much stuff as they can into my mailbox. Sometimes my mailbox door won't even close.
Oh my goodness.
And then the ice and the snow get in my mailbox. Sometimes they'll push it and it will start coming out. Mail will come out the back of my mailbox. I'm probably not even getting all my mail at this point.
But I think we're supposed to get the mail every day, Susie.
Well, okay, yes. So, I do know that. But sometimes the box is so big, it doesn't matter. It's like just one day and it's pushed through.
Me and Susie were saying before we started filming, we don't really get the mail in the winter because it's just cold and we don't think about it. So I know. Like, I'll go out there and I'll be like, oh my gosh, there's like mail from like the past 5 days. And it's just crammed in there.
Well, my mailbox is on the opposite side of my house, like across the street.
Mine is too.
And my driveway is really long.
Yeah.
And
I would never
it's
go out there.
cold.
Yeah, no. You need like to take your car and go do it.
Yeah. So I did get the mail, but I made Ivy get it and she had to like stick half her body out the car window and then get it all in. And
everything in winter is worse. That's what we're trying to say to you all right now.
Except for Galentine's. If you were at Galentine's event,
I was sad.
We had so much fun. We had like 193 women
it was
here.
Like sold out. That's so fun.
It was amazing. We had such a great time. And if you missed it, no problem, because we have another event coming up. So Sisterhood Conference is May 29th. If you want to register and you live locally, we'd love to have you there as our guest.
Fun.
And I have a present for you girls.
Ooh, I love presents.
Yep. If you use the promo code podcast.
Oh, that's fine.
Right?
Yes.
So we know you're listening. You will get $2 off your registration.
Love that.
So make sure you do that. And that will be through the month of February.
Amazing. It is a super fun event.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
That's
super excited. Nice. Friday, May 29th. So you can get that link in our show notes.
How fun.
So Valentine's Day, the month of love.
I know. Do you guys celebrate? Because I know people that don't.
The longer you're married, I don't know. Does it lose its luster?
Okay, so I literally love Valentine's Day.
You do?
I always have. I just love it. I don't know. Like, and it doesn't mean that we've always done like super fun things on Valentine's Day, but like to me, it's just fun to celebrate.
I have never loved Valentine's Day. Yeah, I've always thought it was a hoax. I never do it right. Like, I never book the reservation in time.
Yeah.
Even for my kids, I have good intentions. I did get something for Ivy. It just came today though. I gave it to her early. To me, you know, the people that say it's a made up holiday, I don't say that, but I've always kind of been in that camp.
Yeah.
But so many people love Valentine's Day.
I love it. Even like when my kids were little, we used to do like the chocolate covered strawberries, and we would make heart shaped brownies, and we would frost them, and I would leave little treats for them before they went to school in the morning. Like,
that's adorable.
I just loved it, and I still do. My husband, when we were dating, he bought me these little bears, and they were from the Hallmark store. And they're like little stuffed animal bears. And when you would like press their mouths together, they're called Kiss Kiss bears. Their little cheeks light up, like they're magnetic, and they still work.
He bought those for you?
Like when I was like 18 years old, and I still get them out every Valentine's Day and like put them on the counter.
What?
And my kids still love to like press the little mouths together because the cheeks still light up on the girl bear.
Why are you the cutest mom ever?
I'm really not.
You are. That's so cute.
I like kind of just love Valentine's Day. I do.
So share in the comments if you are a Valentine's Day lover, and what did you do to celebrate?
I love. It's not weird, but I just do. I love, like, give me all the romance books, all the romance movies. I love it.
Okay, here's my issue, and we did not start our timer, so we're going to be in this blind to know how long we've been talking. Can you start a timer on your phone right now so we know? Here's my issue with Valentine's or with romance
tell me
movies.
What your issue is.
It sets unrealistic expectations, number one. Number two, if you are single, it creates a desire and a longing in your heart that it might not be in God's timing to fulfill yet.
Yeah.
So those are my issues with romance movies. Like, if you're married, now I will say, there have been times I've watched a romantic movie and it has made me like think about my husband, feel more affectionate. It's kind of like if you go to a wedding Are you like this?
Yes.
If you go to a wedding, yes, and you're like holding your spouse's hand,
every time.
and you're like renewing your vows in your heart.
Like you listen to them say their vows, and you're like, oh my gosh, yes, oh,
yes,
that's so sweet.
And then you want to like dance at the reception, and you're like, I married the love of my life, and hopefully you have that experience.
I was just gonna say, Susie, that might not be everyone's experience, but
we are
just
very
ours.
lucky. We're very lucky, and we're not the majority, probably.
We probably aren't.
No, because you've been married for how long?
20 years. This year will be 21.
And I've been married for 20. I don't know,
You said,
22. I think this year's 23 because I got married in 2013. So that would be 23 this year.
Oh my goodness.
And we both are still very much in love with our spouses, but that I know that is not always the case.
No.
But back to the issue with the romance movies. So there are some times, for example, I've been rewatching Downton Abbey.
Oh, I love Downton Abbey. That's my mom's favorite show too.
I love Mr. Bates. Well, I love Mr. Bates and Anna, and I love how they fell in love without even like touching. Like they don't touch each other. They don't kiss each other. They're sure as heck not sleeping together to see if they're compatible.
Exactly.
They're not even declaring that they like each other. And then one day out of nowhere, he's like, I love you. I'm in love with you. Will you be my wife?
Yes.
Right? And it's incredible. Like speaks to your heart. Sweeps. That's the way, more the way it should be.
Well,
I feel like
Susie, right? Like he fell in love with her for her personality.
Right. It doesn't
not
matter.
For anything else.
You don't have to kiss. You don't have to have sex.
Because
you don't have
they
to
built that friendship first. And that's the best way to do it.
Yes.
And we all get that so wrong sometimes.
Right.
But that is the best way to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. So I don't know what my point was, but so I've been watching this. So yes, there are some times that it like renews or rekindles.
It rekindles that little flame.
But sometimes it just builds jealousy and envy.
Yeah.
And it highlights what you don't have.
Right. That's true too.
Right.
You can watch some of these movies or read these books and it can almost make you a little miserable.
Yes.
If you're in a place in your life where you're insecure in your relationship, or if you long for a relationship that you don't have, if you're in a marriage that you're unhappy in, oh yeah, you can absolutely be like, I don't have that, or my husband doesn't do that, or my husband doesn't look like that.
At the end of the day, that's all it is a movie.
Absolutely.
And it has a script.
Yes.
And it has music in just the right places and the drama and the story. And we have to remind ourselves. So
it's not real life.
Ding, ding, ding. And when I was single until I was 26. And a lot of my friends were not, right? Yeah. We're already dating, we're getting married. And so I had to really guard my heart. Right. And the Bible it says, guard your heart, for it is the wellspring of life. Yeah. And I'm not saying I did this perfectly, but one of the things I had to do for myself was I knew that watching romance movies were going to put me in a headspace that I wasn't meant to be, because it awakened a longing and a desire in me that it wasn't God's season of my life for me to have.
Exactly.
And you had to be content.
Yeah. Oh, contentment. We could do an episode on contentment. I think we're going to in the future, because that's a really good one. It's whatever season that you're in, it's really hard. It can be really hard to be okay with where you're at and not wishing and longing for something else or someone else's life. Especially
when you are single.
Oh, it's so hard.
And you see all of those people around you that seem to be finding their significant other. Right. You can feel like God passed you by. Like, why them? Why not me?
Absolutely.
Or like you said, if you are in a current marriage or relationship that is not fulfilling, that you're with a spouse that maybe you're struggling.
So hard. I mean, my heart goes out to people like that, because it happens all the time. And maybe that's not my personal experience, but I can certainly, just sympathize with people who are going through that. That cannot be an easy thing to be in a situation like that.
But it's a great warning for those women that are single that are listening to not rush and to not accept, do not compromise, do not lower your standards, do not say yes to a man just because you feel like there might not be a better one coming.
Right. It's interesting now because so I had kind of a little bit different situation than you. As you know, like I've been with Adam pretty much since I was 17 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And we did break up a few times. Like I had seen other guys and he had another girlfriend later on. So there was like a 2-year period of kind of just struggles. I mean, we were very young, but there was a lot of just broken hearts and hurt feelings and not, you know,
a roller coaster.
It really was.
On again, off again.
It really was. But so
But you're also so immature at that age. You're so emotionally immature. You don't really know what you want.
Well, that's just it. So it's like you have to give yourself so much like compassion looking back. Like what do you know when you're 18 years old, 19 years old? Like it's really, you're trying to figure out who you are. And, you know, you don't even know how to take care of your own heart, let alone someone else's heart.
True.
So there's a lot of growing up that you do in those years.
Mm-hmm. But you guys did it together.
We did. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of a neat thing, like looking back, like we grew up together. Like literally from the time we were 12, we knew each other. Like we knew each other as kids. But then, you know, when we started dating, we were both young. He's 2 years older than me. So I was 17 and he was 19.
Wow.
And we've, 25 years later or whatever. So you do grow up together when you're that young. All of our 20s were spent together. All of our 30s were spent together. Mm-hmm. And now my oldest daughter, she's almost 21. So it's kind of like all of the dating advice, all of the stuff that I've gone through, I'm now kind of trying to pour into her and pour into my second oldest, who's almost 18, because they're now at that age that I was when I started dating Adam.
And is it working?
I don't know. You know,
it's hard to tell.
Well, it is hard to tell because, I mean, you can plant those seeds, right? But ultimately, they're going to kind of do what they want to do.
Yeah. And sometimes the school of hard knocks, is the best teacher. But, man, is it so hard to watch your kids learn by making mistakes.
It is because you want them to just avoid the things that you went through and the traps that you went in, but they have to learn that for themselves.
Right.
I will say, though, the one thing that I always tell my girls, number one, whoever they date has to be a Christian. Yeah. So that is really, really like, you know, that's a non-negotiable. I mean, I hope they feel as strongly about that as I do, but I just see how important that is. You need to be on the same page with your spouse when it comes to that.
Right. And, you know, Mike likes to say for every 100 people that you can show me that dated or, you know, married someone that one person was a believer and the other one wasn't, you might find one person that it worked, but you're going to find 100 people that it did not work for, because we like to we lie to ourselves. Yeah. And we tell ourselves, I can make it work. Or we tell ourselves,
I can change them.
Yes. Yep. I can be the person to help them. I can be the person to fix them. You don't know. But we, at the end of the day, we're really lying to ourselves to justify what we want.
And why make it harder? Like, I remember reading a book, or I think it was a book. It's so funny, right? Like I listen to podcasts, I read books, or you see something online. So I never really am sure where I get my information, but I had heard something. Someone said, like, life is hard enough with your spouse to not at least have faith in common. So you're going to go through so many things with your spouse, and you're going to have so many issues that arise. But at the core, at the center, at the foundation of your relationship, you need to at least have Christ in common.
Right.
And I thought that is so true, right?
So if you're single, that obviously is great advice and will help you as you're navigating and trying to make those decisions and who you're going to allow into your life.
Absolutely. I would say it'd be pretty easy because you're instantly going to be able to weed out a lot of people if they're not meeting that
because the danger is if you lower that bar and you say, well, I'm just going to go on a few dates.
Exactly.
And then you give your heart away. And then once your heart's involved, it's a whole nother situation.
It is.
My favorite saying when I was single that kind of encouraged me and kept me going was that it's better to be single and wish you were married than to be married and wish you were single. Yeah. To say I would much rather wait for the right person than say yes to the wrong person and be in a marriage where then I'm unhappy, you feel trapped, you know.
It seems so sad to like be in a marriage but to feel lonely in your marriage. To not have your partner as your best friend. Like, that's just so sad to me.
I, again, was watching Downton Abbey and Mr. Bates, Anna was crying because she was struggling with infertility. And Mr. Bates said, "You're married. You never have to cry alone again."
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that so sweet?
May you all find a Mr. Bates in your
yes.
life.
And you and I were talking about having meltdowns, and I was telling you, I just had a meltdown a few days ago. I was literally laying on the floor, crying my eyes out. I'm fine. No one worry. I'm completely fine. But I was just having
that
a
we're
day.
Women and that we do this.
Yes.
all
And
the
it
time.
felt so good to just lay on the cold bathroom floor and cry. But my sweet husband was right there. And do you want to know what was so great is he wasn't trying to fix it. He was just
the best.
He was just making sure I wasn't crying alone.
They just kind of sit with you and they're like, it'll be all right. Like, you just want someone to say it'll be all right.
Right.
But I love to cry. I told Susie. I mean, it's off topic, but like a good cry feels so therapeutic.
These poor men of ours.
Oh, that like brings me to my next point. Like, I swear to you, Susie, my marriage is only as good as my marriage is because my husband's kind of a saint.
I have to agree with you. I mean, everything I've heard about Adam, I think the same.
I'm sorry if all of you ladies are rolling your eyes because it's okay. Like, if I was like the roles were reversed, I would probably be like, ugh, like whatever.
He seems very like he doesn't get riled up.
Never. Susie, in the 20 years, I promise you, like, hand on the Bible, in 20 years, he's never yelled at me. He has never raised his voice at me. He has never been like stern with me.
So because
it's infuriating.
argue
with me.
But because opposites attract, now I have this vision of you like throwing dishes at his head and screaming and
all right, I'm gonna confess something.
Because usually if there's one person that's really extremely calm, then
I am
tell us.
the opposite.
Tell us.
When me and Adam were dating, we still laugh about this. We didn't laugh at the time, but
well, of course
when
not.
we were dating, I got really mad at him for something. I don't remember what. He had said something. It probably wasn't even snotty, but I took it the wrong way. And there was like a bag of trash in the car that I needed to throw out. I picked it up, Susie. I was in the back seat for whatever reason. I chucked it at his head. And
were you in the back seat because there was a baby in a car seat?
No, we were only dating. We didn't have kids yet, but
you checked it at his head.
There was a Snapple bottle, a glass Snapple bottle in.
No.
Yes, and it smacked him in the side of the head.
What did he do? Did he yell then?
I don't know if he yelled, but like his face was like, oh my goodness, like what in the world did you just do? And I mean, I did feel terrible after that, but I have like a fiery temper.
That's hilarious.
I can go from 0 to 10 in like 2 seconds, and he's so calm and so patient.
I've never thrown anything at Mike. I did one time throw a Twizzler. Because I was mad at the kids.
Well, Twizzlers are fine. They don't hurt you. They don't impale your head.
We were on vacation and the kids were unhappy with our hotel room. Oh. And I was so mad at them because they were acting. Yeah, they were acting like little entitled brats. And what happened is that we were on a little vacation and they upgraded. They didn't have our room. We usually stay in a room with 2 queen beds because we just put the girls in one bed. Yes. We sleep in one bed. Right. But they upgraded us. So we had a master suite with a beautiful king size bed with a door and its own bathroom. So I'm like, we're going to actually get to have sex on this vacation.
And normally you can't do that when
no, imagine that. You have to really orchestrate it, let me tell you. But the kids were complaining because they were going to have to sleep on like the couch or a pull-out couch or something like that. And I was so mad.
Yes.
We had snacks I threw. Yeah. Oh They'll never let me live it down.
Well, at least it wasn't a glass Snapple bottle.
That's
I still
at
feel
their
guilt.
head.
Adam, I'm so sorry I did that to you.
Does he ever bring it up?
Yeah. We still talk about it to this day because it's probably the meanest thing I've ever done. And I wouldn't have, full disclosure, ever thrown that.
No dishes, though?
I've never thrown dishes. No. I will say I'm not really violent. I just get mad. I do run my mouth and I shouldn't. I do yell. He's just not, though. He's definitely the calm to my chaos. It's ridiculous how calm he is. Nothing riles the man up. Nothing.
Is he a good conversationalist? Like he wants to talk it out.
Yes. Oh yes. He will sit there and he will talk it all. Like I say when we argue, it's mostly when I'm yelling at him. Then it's like he just wants to talk about it. Like he wants to just like discuss it. Like, why do you feel this way? Or like, how can I make this better or whatever? And I'm like, just argue back.
He says
just
those
fight
words.
with me. Like he wants to talk about it. Yeah, let's talk about it. Or like if I'll text him like, I'm really upset with you about X, Y, or Z.
Yeah.
Like, it will ruin his day. He will immediately like call me from work. He will drop whatever to like discuss it. Like, I want to discuss this so that we can move on in our day and not have this between us.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't deserve him.
Mike and I definitely have patterns that we fall into when we're fighting.
Yeah.
And it's like, we repeat that pattern over and over and over again.
Yes.
We do fight much less than we did when we were, early on in our marriage. And the fights are much smaller than they used to be and more easily controlled and easily to move on from.
Yeah.
But I will be honest, after 22 years, we still repeat the same patterns.
Isn't that funny?
Same patterns. And I know it's happening. I'm sure he knows it's happening, but it's like for whatever reason, you still do it.
That's
we probably
just what you revert to.
Yeah, we probably would benefit from a counselor that would help us to know like when this happens, because when you're in the moment, it's very hard to step back.
Oh, it is.
But we need to like step back and talk about it when we're not fighting and then figure out, but we don't, to be honest.
That's what's hard. And even with myself, like you can notice patterns of behavior in yourself that are not healthy, that are toxic, but you don't know how to fix yourself.
It's very hard to change,
especially when you're angry. You almost feel like it's impossible. This is who I am, and I'm never going to change because I've been doing the same thing for 20 some odd years. So I have often thought too, like I think marriage counseling would be good for even the best of marriages.
For sure.
I feel like everyone should do marriage counseling, and I've never done it. But I wouldn't mind doing marriage counseling.
That would be a good goal for 2026.
Yes. I just feel like just to keep, you can be healthy and still be taking like your supplements and your vitamins and you're walking and drinking your water. It's like a healthy marriage. How do you make it even better?
Well, it's a tool.
Yeah.
It's a tool to invest into your relationship.
I agree.
And
so, Adam, I think let's do marriage counseling. What do you think?
My thing is, how do you find the right person?
I know.
That's tricky. So actually, I was thinking about this earlier today and thought I would throw it out there that I do know a woman that does marriage counseling who goes to our church.
Really?
And she's fantastic. I've heard great things about her. So if anyone wants her information, I can put the link in our show notes to get her info.
So helpful.
And she's local in the 13403 area zip code if you live in this area. But otherwise, finding somebody that you can trust, that you can talk to. And she's a Christian. So
I see.
I like that.
If your husband's on board with it, I think that it's just an excellent thing to do. Like, why not do it? If it's going to make things better or if it's going to make, open up more communication between the two of you.
If your husband's on board.
Well, I'm not.
If he's not on board.
I'm not a fan of dragging anyone to do anything. He's just going to be resentful otherwise. Like, if he doesn't want to do it, if he doesn't want to put in the work to make things better in your marriage, what's the point? So, but I like that. That's a good idea.
So our hope is that this is a 2-part episode.
I know.
And that next week we're going to have Mike and Adam.
I'm so excited.
That's the hope. I can't promise because we have
things to
we have some technical things to figure out. But assuming everything falls into place, that's our hope.
Oh my goodness. That would be so much fun.
We probably are pretty close to 30 minutes. So what I wanted to talk about is the concept of love versus respect. And there's a great book I wanted to recommend called Love and Respect by Dr. Emerson Eggerichs. And I
haven't heard of that.
Well, I actually want to give a copy away.
Fun.
So if you would like to have a copy, again, I'll put the link in the show notes and you can click that to be entered into a drawing. And then we're also going to do. I'm
just kidding.
And then we're also on social media. We'll plug it.
Well, I'll put on
that
Instagram
you can,
and whatnot. Yeah.
So we're going to give that away. And then whoever wins, I'm just going to Amazon ship it to you.
I love that.
But it is on Amazon Kindle Unlimited right now too. So if you have that, that would be a way you could get it for free.
I'm going to read that.
Yeah. So it's based on this scripture in Ephesians chapter 5 that talks about that. Well, I'll read it. It says, each of you must also love his wife as he loves himself, and the wife must respect her husband.
Ooh,
So it talks about this concept of how ultimately at our core, women need to be loved. And that word love means like cherished. So not just, hey, I love you, babe.
Exactly.
But that feeling of like, you are everything to me. I cherish you. I protect you. I hold your heart with like tenderly and to keep you safe, right? That feeling of
absolutely
being cherished.
It's security, really. It's like, right? That I love the word cherished, by the way. We don't say that word enough.
No,
cherished.
I know.
That's so precious.
Yeah, so that's the concept of what women at our core need.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, girls, if we have a core need, our husbands have a core need, and
that core need is sex.
Is sex, yes, and also respect.
Yes, absolutely.
And that is something that I know Mike and I have talked about. He has
talked about that with Adam,
right? He has said to me, I feel like you aren't respecting me in this situation, and that is a trigger for him.
Yeah,
that I have to be able to show that I respect him. Now,
that's true.
Right? Do you feel like that for Adam?
No, because me and Adam have discussed that. And it's like, if I could be a lot of things to Adam, but I can't be disrespectful to him.
Interesting.
And I don't want to be disrespectful to him.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's I know when I'm crossing a line.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's okay to mouth off to your husband. I'm just saying there's a lot of things that I can get away with, per se, but I don't ever want to be a disrespectful wife.
Well, and respecting your husband doesn't mean that he's making every decision and you're just following along okay.
Exactly.
That's not what the word respect means.
Well, there needs to be mutual respect, right?
Yeah.
You respect your husband, and in doing that, he's going to respect you. He's going to want your opinion. He's going to want you to make decisions with him. It shouldn't be a dictatorship in marriage where he's, laying down the law and you need to follow it. I don't agree with that at all.
Right.
Not at all.
Right. So it can be used and abused, that 100%.
word. 100%.
So that's not what we're talking about, right? But that idea of, if we want our husbands to love us, to cherish us, we also, there's a way that we need to show love to them. Yeah. And it's different.
It is.
Right? It's different, the way that we want to be loved versus the way it's like.
Well, and God designed it that way too, right? We need to be loved in a different way than our husband needs to be loved. And in doing that, we complement each other. So, when you're doing for your husband what he needs to feel loved, he's going to turn around and do that for you, and you're going to feel loved. And then your marriage is going to grow. It's going to bloom together.
I think even physically, how men are just built so much differently, right? Like they're bigger, they're stronger.
They're supposed to be like the protector.
They're carrying us over the threshold, not the other way around.
Exactly.
and not that everybody fits in a perfect stereotype or that we want that, but that there is a biblical way that God created us, that we will find a fulfilling marriage if we live our relationship out in this way. And so I guess the challenge for women would be, if you don't feel like you are being loved and cherished by your husband, can you ask God for help and find a way to show him respect, even though he isn't loving and cherishing you?
Oh, that's so hard.
It's so hard.
Oh my goodness.
And we have to be careful with these conversations, because there are women that are in relationships that might be with a spouse that is abusive, and we are not saying in any way, shape, or form that you respect them and stay with them and be a doormat and subject yourself to abuse. That's not what we're saying. Right? I want to clarify that.
I clarify right along with you. Like, if you're in an abusive relationship, you need to leave. I'm sorry.
Right.
Like, you just need to get out of that and hopefully seek counsel. And I'm not saying your marriage is over, but for your own safety and protection, do not stay. You are not a doormat. Right. God did not create you to be walked all over like that.
Right.
So Yeah, that's not what we're talking about here.
But there is balance too. And if you are in a relationship that your marriage is not what you want it to be, and you're looking for a way to turn it around, you're praying and you're asking God to change the heart of your husband, to give him a heart that loves you. My challenge is for you, continue to pray for your husband, but also ask God to change your heart.
Oh, Susie, I was just
to
gonna
say
that.
right?
Yes.
Like, God, show me how I can respect him.
Well, because I think a lot of times the frustration comes in, right, when we're trying to change our spouse. You cannot change your spouse.
It's true.
It doesn't matter what you do. You are not going to change them. Let's just say, for example, they have an anger issue, right? You can't change their anger issue.
Right.
You can walk on those eggshells and you can be on your best behavior and you can try to make all his favorite meals and make sure the house is clean. You're going to get so tired of that. Like you can't change him. God can change his heart. You can't. You can only change yourself.
Right.
So yes, pray for your husband every single day, but do what you can do, to be in a place that you're able to still maybe, respect him and love him through that. You don't want to be resentful of your spouse, but yeah, there's only so much that you can do. God has to change him.
Right.
So, pray for him, though.
Pray for him and read this book, and maybe it will help give you some insight and some practical tools.
Did you read the book, The 5 Love Languages?
Yeah.
That's another
such a good one.
Gary Chapman? Is that his name? Dr. Gary Chapman?
Yep.
Oh, I love that book.
Right.
That's
so it talks about how we all have love tanks and have a way that we feel fulfilled and that we feel loved.
Yeah, like physical touch is one and words of affirmation is one, like different things that your spouse can do
Gift
for
giving.
you to make you feel.
Yeah.
So that's another good one
to
check
so
out.
Good.
Yeah.
So I'm titling this podcast "He Said, She Said."
Ooh, that's fun.
Because next week we're gonna hear what does he say?
Honest
what do our
to
husbands
goodness,
say?
Girls, you have to tune in next week to see our husband. Adam, I don't know how he's gonna do. He's kind of like, you want me to go on your podcast? And I'm like, it's gonna be fun. I promise.
Yes, because we want to have guests on, and so what better guest than to have the men?
We gotta start with them. They're our biggest supporters.
That's for sure.
So we have to have them on and showcase them a little. But
yeah, definitely.
Susie, before we go, I have to share a quick story.
Okay.
And I know this doesn't even go like with our topic.
That's okay.
But girls, I told you I was going on a little trip. And I just have to tell you, I just got back from Orlando. I am a 42-year-old woman that just went to Disney for the first time.
But you don't even go to Florida.
Now I've been, like, in my whole entire life, I think I've been to Florida like 4 times.
Okay.
But my husband got invited on this business trip. And he was like, Cher, you should come. Like, the doctor said that you could come. And I was like, okay, that sounds fun. I thought I was just going to be hanging out while he was in conferences. He was like, you can lay in the sun. You can read a book. I was like, oh, my goodness, that sounds absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
So we land in Orlando, and the doctor that my husband works for, he texted my husband and said, like, I made us all dinner reservations. And I was like, that's so fun. Like, that's so sweet. He made us dinner reservations in the Hollywood Studios Disney park.
No.
So he's like, I got you guys Disney After Dark tickets. We had like the whole park to ourselves. There was like no one there. We didn't have to wait in line for anything. It was the most fun, like, ever.
That's incredible.
I was like a little 6-year-old girl. I bought my Minnie Mouse ears. The second I walked into that park, I spent $40 on Minnie Mouse ears.
You went to Hollywood Studios?
Yes.
Did you go on Tower of Terror?
No.
Oh,
Susie,
Sherry.
no.
Why?
I'm afraid of heights. Like, petrified of heights.
That's the best ride in the whole park.
If you like rides, I hate. I'm
but
not
you met Mickey Mouse.
I did, and Minnie and Disney, all of them. It was so much fun.
The pictures I saw were adorable. You were so cute.
I literally was like standing there, like, oh my goodness, I'm about to give Mickey Mouse a hug.
Gosh.
It was so funny. I looked back at the pictures and I was like, I literally look like a little kid.
You did. You were adorable.
But yeah, that was my fun little week that I just had. And I was like, what? Like, I don't know. It was something I always wanted to do and just never did. I mean, there's kids that grow up going to Disney. I just didn't. And
I didn't either.
I've never actually brought my own kids. I would love to bring my kids to Disney someday, but
yeah, maybe your grandkids.
I know. If I save now, maybe I can afford it in 10 years.
That's amazing. I'm so glad you got to go. And how was the weather?
So I wish it had been a little warmer. It was in the 60s.
Yeah.
But it was sunny every day.
Yeah, which
and
is great.
Compared to New York weather that's been like 0, it felt
below.
It felt amazing.
It's been like extreme cold.
But you can tell like the Floridians, as I call them.
They're cold.
Oh my, they were in like winter coats and hats and gloves.
Yeah.
And then all
Isn't
of
that
us
a trip?
people from New York were like laying by the pool. We're like, this is beautiful.
I know. It's so funny to watch.
Did I tell you a bird flew in my hotel room?
No.
Adam was in conferences and
Your windows opened?
Well, so I had a balcony with like a sliding glass door, and I decided to leave it open. It was very sunny, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna leave the door open. And all of a sudden something goes like whoosh past my face, and I look up and I'm like, there's a bird.
Was it big?
No, but I thought it was huge. It might as well have been like an eagle or something. But yeah, and I was like, what am I gonna do?
How'd you get it out?
I was like, I had a comforter over my head. I was petrified that this bird was going to like land on me or like poop on me. So I was just like huddled on the floor with like this comforter over my head. And I texted my husband. I'm just like, help.
That's hilarious.
There's a bird in here. And I just left the door open. And he actually came out of his conference to come save me.
He did not.
And by the time he got there, the bird flew out.
Well, I was just going to say he probably loved that you let him be your hero.
He was like, I'm here to save you from the bird. And I was
That's
like, it
adorable.
just flew out. But yeah.
But I even like that you were like, honey, come rescue me.
I was like, I don't know what to do. There's a bird in our hotel room, and I need you to come save me. And he did. He goes, I was literally in the middle of talking to a physician, and I got your text, and I just said, I have to go. I was like, well, thank you for doing that.
That's sweet.
I know.
That's
Thanks,
sweet.
honey. Anyways, yeah, I had to share my Disney story because I was just super excited.
Well, next week we're going to have our husbands here, so they're going to tell the stories about us.
Okay. I'm kind of scared about that.
I know. How much freedom do we give them?
I say all the freedom. Just let them say what they want to say.
All right. We'll
Please
do it.
tune in. Girls, this is going to be a fun one. You
It
have
will
to come
be.
back and watch.
He said, she said, part 2. Next week, come back and join us.
Yeah.
And make sure you check out those links in our show note to get registered to win that book.
Yeah.
And
Thanks for joining us. We love it. We love sitting here and
So
having
fun.
our coffee with you ladies.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.